draws upon us.
Yeah, there we go. Infinite playing on the blue side, Phat Ultimate playing on the red side, and we're gonna have Xerath and Gnar being banned out on the side of Infinite, and of course Rek'Sai here being banned out for the side of Phat Ultimate. Maokai as predicted, and there we go.
There's a Lissandra, Janna, and a
Jarvan
Fizz in there somewhere. Yep,
Jarvan possibly as well. We should see all these champions either make an appearance in the ban prison or maybe being picked up. Oh, a Syndra ban coming up from Infinite here. This is going to be quite interesting. Phat Ultimate Lucifer, I'm not entirely sure if he plays that much Syndra, but I know he does play a pretty mean Xerath actually.
Xerath ban I can understand against Lucifer. Gnar, good ban against Ness. Syndra, we haven't seen Lucifer play so much Syndra.
Not that I can recall. I mean, we've had a siesta in terms of the GPL games due to the IEM qualifiers, but right now Phat Ultimate here banning out the Fizz, as you kind of mentioned it.
Something which Frosty plays quite frequently, and it's one of the champions very comfortable on.
And there's the Lissandra.
Yeah, Renren will not deny this.
Yeah, he really won that Lissandra.
I feel it's more of Renren not wanting Lissandra, but more of wanting to deny it away from
Ness as well. But yeah, you're right. But if I recall correctly, I mean, Phat Ultimate is one of those teams that they like to play the tanky top laners, the bruisers in the top lane as well. So there's the Jarvan. All we need to see now is the Janna to appear somewhere in the pick and ban phase.
So I'm not surprised that Ness is going with the Rumble.
The Rumble Lissandra matchup is pretty much even Steven in terms of skill.
I still feel that it goes to Lissandra.
A little bit.
Yeah. Jarvan being picked up here. Tarzan played that a lot in the first few games of the GPL.
He likes that champion. I mean, not denying away from Phat Ultimate just shows that Sherry here has...
Yeah. So
he's confident in terms of his own abilities in the jungle as well.
The only thing that surprises me about the Lissandra pickup is the fact that it's not Jarvan, because I felt that denying Jarvan away from Tarzan is more important to pick up than the Lissandra pick, because Phat Ultimate got away with so many games. I think the first 2 games they played in the GPL, they were just given Jarvan over and over again when people didn't think it was that much of a threat. Yes, teams would still first pick it against Phat Ultimate, but it wasn't they weren't trying to deny it from Phat Ultimate. From the 3rd game onwards is where teams started saying, hey, Tarzan plays a really mean Jarvan. Let's try and take it away from it, and let's try and ban it out instead. This game, though, they seem very confident in picking up Lissandra. Said Frosty could possibly be picking up that Janna for Hobbits, which will complete the champions we mentioned.
Yeah, that's right. We could also see a severe pickup here for the side of Infinite. Will synergize quite well with the Lissandra. May they go for the Freljord combination in terms of the Sejuani, and yes, they do. Sherry here picking up the Sejuani in the jungle to kind of offset a little bit of the initiation potential coming out from Tarzan on the Jarvan.
I want to see a full Freljord team one day. Lissandra,
Lissandra, Sejuani, Ashe, Nunu, and who's in the mid lane?
Nivea.
Or the top? Yeah, Nivea.
Perfect. Nunu, Ashe, bot lane support.
Yeah. What a classic.
Carry. Nivea in the mid lane, Sejuani jungle, Lissandra top,
Definitely, and let's see. Phat Ultimate here, hovering over the Alistar and the Corki. That's going to be a pretty interesting bottom lane. I mean, we will have the Hip-Hop Pulverize combo, allows the Corki to land the Phosphorus Bomb quite easily, and, you know, having the Valkyrie in terms of the escape will be very good. And in addition to that, Alistar can lay on a lot of crowd control in terms of, you know, the Headbutt and the Pulverize on top of the Flag and Drag combo and the Cataclysm. Layering that with the Equalizer, that's going to be really good for Phat Ultimate. They're looking to set up quite a big mid-game power spike in terms of the team fighting capabilities.
I like the Corki Alistar pickup from Phat Ultimate. Really good lane, and Corki Alistar has a lot of kill potential in the bottom lane. Against any matchup, really. There's not many matchups that Corki Alistar doesn't do well against, because you have a lot of sustain.
It's a level 2 power spike that you see in the bottom lane.
You have a level 2 power spike.
It's a very similar
level 6
power spike.
You have a 9 power spike.
Personally prefer the Leona Corki lane, but you know, if you want to go for kill lane, that could work a little better. But I mean, Alistar does provide a little bit more of that durability in that team fight, so we will have to see.
thing I like about the Alistar lane instead of the Alistar instead of the Leona is that it gives you a little bit more versatility.
It does in the later stages
you're-
as well,
you're
and
also
you're
gonna
not
have-
all in.
You're gonna have some heals coming out from Alistar as well.
And there we go, the
So-
Scion lock-in coming out from Infinite here.
Wow. We're gonna see some crazy bad ultimates this game.
We will.
Not because Infinite can't play Scion, but more of because Scion's ultimate is just the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
We'll have to see. I mean, will we get to? Will we see
And he kicks
the
when he
level
crits.
1 cheese from Renrin take 2 shots from the turret, enter his opponent's jungle, die to the red buff, take the red buff, and respawn with the red buff and level 2?
What?
You've not seen that one?
No.
Najin pulled it off in the pre-season of OGN.
Wait. So how does that work?
So you take 2 shots from the top turret, walk into your opponent's jungle, go and kill the red buff, but die to it at the same time. And then you have your passive come up, right?
Yes.
And when your passive comes up, you kill the red buff. And because you gain the red buff, now your buff sustains through death, you see? If you die to
yes.
the minion. And you gain level 2 after killing the red buff. And then you teleport back to lane, red buff level 2 Scion.
Mind blown. Okay. What?
Wait, are we gonna see a mid lane channel? No, right? Okay,
No,
that
we're gonna
makes
see
much more sense
Frosty's
right
gonna be
now.
playing Lissandra.
Okay.
What? That is an interesting tactic. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't they just send somebody to the red buff when they see them take 2 tower shots?
Scion passive just does so much damage.
Wait, what?
It's gonna kill the jungler if he's at the red buff. He can't even get first blood out of that one.
Yeah.
Scion just does a lot of damage.
I know, but wouldn't you just send somebody to try and stop him from taking red buff?
It's really difficult because your smite will be blown already at your first camp.
But wouldn't you send somebody else? Like, you see, once you see him take the tower shots, hey, Scion's there, go, deal with him.
I don't know. It's worked quite a few times already.
Okay, and the last pick coming from Alpha Ultimate is Orianna, so they...
That's gonna get the ball delivery combo with the Alistar and the
Yes.
Jarvan, so that's gonna be pretty interesting as well. So we will have
I'm
to
really
see.
happy to see Scion, though.
Yeah,
He's kicking when he crits.
he does kick.
He kicks
It's-
when he
he's-
crits. He has a freaking axe, and he still kicks when he crits.
You'll be surprised.
He smashes faces with his
He's like a
feet.
wrestler. Think about it.
He's gonna punch people in the face with his feet. So cool, man.
I don't know if you can use punch and feet in the same sentence. We'll see. Infinite playing on the blue side,
Got
of
a
course.
huge axe, man.
He has a huge axe. And he shouts at the minions as well, and he sends them
They
flying.
fly.
And for some odd reason, when he runs at you, there's like a giant gong or some low baritone
He needs
roar.
to. He's the evil villain that tells you his plan before he executes it,
Yeah,
so you
he
know
is.
exactly how to stop him. He just lets everyone know, I'm going to charge.
Yeah.
And then everybody knows he's gonna charge. Look at the Boro.
Look at the Poro skin. Poro Rider Sejuani, and there
Oh
we
my
go.
God.
With the biscuit flavor as well.
It's like biscuit whip. And it's like a really kinky whip. By Sejuani there.
Wow. Fish, I didn't know you were into that stuff. Food and kinkiness.
Yeah, food and a whip.
And a
one.
whip.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yummy.
Just what I like. at the end of the day.
Yummy. Okay.
And Johnny can whip me any day, no problem.
Oh, alright.
Without the boar, no boar included.
No
please.
bore. Okay, just Sejuani.
Oh man, Tarzan though.
Now we all know.
Do you still remember where? I don't know. One of the casters said, "I bet you will never be able to fit pineapples."
30 seconds until minions
I do.
spawn.
Yeah, into a cast.
There's Rumble now. Is it a Rumble in a jungle
Rumble
skin?
in the jungle.
Yeah.
I was thinking the way that the other. I can't remember who took out the bet. It might have even been me.
It might have even been you who told someone that as
No,
well.
I didn't say that. I remember there was a discussion saying, a good someone said a good cast can fit any word into a cast properly, and then somebody retorted with, "Well, can you say pineapples?" And the first thing it was me that I didn't take up the bet. The first thing I did when I went and cast it was try and find a way to do it. I couldn't, so I just said pineapples once accidentally. But I was like, okay, I said it. Now there's a reason. It's Rumble in the Jungle.
There is. I mean, we can say anything that we
He's
want.
got pineapples.
I can say fish. I can say wolf. I can say bacon. I can say I can say anything I want right now, and no
It's a
one.
frog.
It is a frog. There are mushrooms.
So
there are poisons. There's
Renren-
grass. Sorry, I'll stop.
Renren is not going to.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna do that cheese. You're gonna do the double jungle though, so both of them will be helping out their junglers. Alpha Ultimate here not choosing to leash out any of the minion aggro here, just waiting to see if anyone approaches the lane, reveals himself and just goes on their merry way. So you're gonna have that lane swap coming out, being opted in here by Infinite.
Yeah. Next, double jungling with Tarzan. Whoa, Sejuani, Janna, and Sion moving towards the red buff area of.
You're gonna get spotted out here though.
Spotted out. Unfat did start at red buff, so no cheese coming in from those three.
Nope.
Try and steal that one instead. Mid lane though, Lissandra pushed up. Where is Lissandra rotating to?
Dropping a deep ward down as well.
Would the three of them actually try and rotate to blue buff now? No, they're gonna go for red instead. I would have really liked it if Sejuani, Sion, and Janna just said, hey, let's just go to red buff then.
Sion's passive in the early stages of the game, actually.
Sion's passive any stage of the game is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
I still don't like that a lot of people used to say Sion's ult passive was the worst passive in the game.
Oh, I love that passive.
Sion's ult passive was the best passive in the game.
Yeah.
My goodness, it negated so much damage early. Flag on the gomp.
Flag on the gomp. The gomp camp. Razorbeaks, Raptors. Same old, same old.
Which one are they now? Did they go from Raptors to Razorbeaks or They went from Razorbeaks to Raptors. That makes a bit more sense.
I think so. I'm not entirely sure. You can figure that one out later on.
I am a bad Summoner's Rift ambassador for forgetting this.
Come on, the day that we actually master Summoner's Rift is the day that we figure out what the names of each individual dragon buffs are called. Aspect of the... That's all I know.
I know what it does. Tarzan
I know what it does.
Whoa,
Oh,
flash
wow.
from Frosty to
What's
pin him down.
Tarzan doing there here? That's going to be the buff transferred over to Frosty, and Infinite here getting a very good start with the Lissandra in the mid lane with the double buffs as well.
Opa in the top lane picks up a lot of experience for himself. Gets that.
So is Alpha Ultimate support tier or tear?
I want to call him tier, just so I can call him fully stacked sometimes.
Okay.
Let's see, they're going to jump into Orianna. Does not manage to get the...
Oh, gets the root
Cherry
and the knock-up as well. Lucifer taking so much damage from those ice shards as well, so... Lucifer, he needs to be really careful in the lane now. Hobbits here, gonna recall a little bit, leaving Oppa in the lane himself. Oh, gonna cancel that one, actually. Oh, Tarzan, you're gonna come in, gets the Howling Gale up. Ooh, gets the punch back here. Oppa in a lot of trouble. He's gonna go down though. There is the Summoner's spell in terms of the challenging smite. However, it was Tyr that got that kill.
Wait, why? I still don't get this from a lot of players. They either hold their summoners for a significant amount of time, like they just hold on to it and don't use it to put them in a better situation. They don't use it to increase the potential of escaping by using it early or using it at the right time, or they just blow it when they're completely dead. There's no way Vayne would be able to escape from that. No way.
Not entirely sure. We'll have to see. Tarzan here picking up the Scuttle Crab. Frosty actually looking to cut him off there, but he walks the other way. Walks the safer route. Gets the pink ward down. Did get spotted out by the stealth ward, of course. Alpha Ultimate with that top lane kill, they managed to even up the goal score here. Ooh, Lucifer, no mana at all.
If Frosty killed the minions, I think I see what Frosty was trying to do there. If the E from Frosty killed the minions there, he would have hit level 6 while Lucifer was running back.
Well, he was still in range. Ooh, Sherry now takes one shot from the turret. That is really ballsy play coming in from the Sejuani there.
But Frosty did not kill the minions with his E, so he had to go back, kill the minions, and finally hit 6. So when he was clawing over...
They was trying to kill the cannon minion, basically, and that was that one minion that would have allowed him to hit level 6, turn things around, and just really dished out the damage using his ultimate in form of the glacial Prison here. Frozen Prison, Glacial Path.
Gump getting knocked up is.
Gomp getting knocked up.
Oh man. Yeah, that's interesting.
It is.
Both theoretically and literally.
Yeah. Tier. Where are you going? There you go.
Corky
Oh,
gets
wow.
jumped on. B1. He's gonna go down. Oppa gets to condemn into the wall. Oppa will pick up and slay B1. He obviously has not tried B-Talk out. He needs B-Talk in order to, you know, B-Talk allows you to look at the locations of the people nearby you. So it's kind of like it's a real life map hack.
Yeah, and pretty good matchmaking as well from what I heard.
Yeah, real life map hack is what I like the best.
Yeah, and with that one kill in the bottom lane, of course, it's going to be Infinite picking up the dragon. Now, Frosty just going to zone out here as well. That's going to be the first dragon of the game. Going over to Infinite now. Renrin here with the commanding shout, gets the knockup and the shield here. They're going to push out Nest quite a bit, but wow, immediately the turnaround on the Flame Spitter as well. Oh, there we go. Gets the knockup as well. Choppy.
Whoa, Renrin.
And gets the hit butt down as well. That was a... Shouldn't have turned it around now, of course. Pulls it over.
That's something that confused me about Riot, though. Riot don't like intuitive plays. They made a whole lot of champions that have passes which bring them back to life. Then they said, hang on, why don't we let you guys die to become stronger? And then they made Silent. Even though they already had a carcass.
Well, that's fun.
As Renrin, when you play Silent, do you want to die in order to kill somebody?
No, I don't think so. You wouldn't want to. You want to maximize your damage and then prolong it as long as possible. Soak up as much damage as possible. Die, come back with your passive and deal more damage.
So, is Scion's kit viable enough in a one-on-one situation to kill someone without dying? That's what I want. I mean, we just saw. Yeah, we just saw Renrin, but he completely outplayed Nest. Nest did not dodge any of the Qs, got hit by the ultimate. Yeah, that's a big outplay. I mean, that's Renrin hitting everything. I expect anyone that hits all their abilities.
But to be honest, I mean, a champion does not need to be viable in order for it to 1v1 outplay somebody. It could just complement your CC chain that's coming out from Frosty and Sherry.
True.
So, I mean, Scion has his uses, and if teams are able to fit him in the team comp, especially with his ultimate, the presence of that ever-charging ultimate there, that's going to be big.
Let's see which way this game swings. Frosty rotating from mid lane down into the bottom lane. Oriana in the mid lane. Not quite sure where his counterpart has roamed off to, and not going to push too hastily.
They really want to snowball Oppa. When Oppa was in the top lane, they
of course
very much try to help him quite a bit.
That's the goal of all teams. Frosty now going to try and jump onto Lucifer. Here comes Tarzan jumping in. Sion coming in as well. There goes Cherry. Shockwave. Wow, Cherry gets melted immediately, but Tarzan and Lucifer are really, really low. Frosty will be able to pick up one kill, standing on the equalizer though. Now Renrin, does he have his ultimate back up? Yes, he does. He could try and charge into Oriana. Will he do it?
I don't think so. I mean, Sion is quite a monster right now, but still.
I don't know.
Will you want to use your ultimate?
Nah, not right on the tower here.
No.
I don't know about that play from Cherry there. They did try and get the gank. They didn't see that there was a ward there. They didn't know that Tarzan was nearby. But do you really want to go in without your ultimate as Sejuani? I mean, in this stage of game, where you know the mid laners have their ultimates, you know that teleports are up on both top laners.
I would much rather prefer they layered that one with Renrin's ultimate after the Glacial Prison, so that would have been a lot better. But I mean, yes, Sherry here without the Frozen Bowler can use the Arctic Assault for some knockup, but that put Sherry in a very precarious position, landed the Shockwave, got hit by the Cataclysm as well, and that was just a lot of damage overall. They trade, let's see, 2 for 1 there in the mid lane, so that's not the most efficient trade that Infinite was actually looking for. Unfa Ultimate now about 200 gold in the lead at 11 minutes.
They're still trying to duel Renrin. Wow, Renrin's really on point.
Renrin just hits that commanding shout constantly and lands that minion, of course, and of course you get the devastating strike with the knockup as well.
This is the first time I really got to watch Science play, so now I kind of understand how to combo his kit in lane. You have to land the shout first and then go for the knockup, because it's kind of silly to try and land the knockout without it. Here comes
Oh,
Hidmari,
there we
Frosty.
go. This time with the frozen bola, that's gonna layer it on straight on up. Tarzan, however, jumping right in and just completely decimating Frosty as well as Sherry, getting the double kill here. Tarzan has been in the right place at the right time for both these occasions, and Anfat ultimate trade once again 2 for 1 in the mid lane.
Big Poro, no problem. A big Poro, big Poro, big problem. Right
Big
now.
Poro, big problem. When you stand together, you're gonna eat a shockwave for sure. Split up yourselves a little bit, distance yourself so that you don't get shocked by the shock value of the shockwave.
Reverend's still farming up in his top lane. I still remember Season 1, Season 2 Scion, AP mid lane Scions who would have crazy 400 CS.
Do you remember
late in the
Season 1
game.
Alistar?
Oh.
Bonus damage to turret, to
Oh,
structures.
no. I still remember playing against a Season 1 Alistar who built Trinity Force and a ton of crit items
Yep.
and just rush down towers. You just run into towers and try and take them down as fast as possible.
Oh boy. Going back to regular laning phase now. 13 minutes into the game, Anfat Ultimate going up against Team Infinite. It's just been ganks and counter ganks coming out from Anfat Ultimate. Very timely counter ganks from Tarzan, just capitalizing on the over aggression coming out from Infinite. And it's been well documented that Infinite really wants to land their abilities down in the mid lane and in the bottom lane. So Tarzan has just been hanging around those areas, warding up the sides and just predicting the movement paths of Team Infinite.
Tarzan trying to jump on Cherry, gets the Cataclysm down. Whoa! Instant flash away from Cherry there. Cataclysm is down. They did a lot of damage to jungler though, and now they're going to start onto Dragon. Infinite, going to be really hard for them to try and take this one. Hobbits will try and steal with a tornado. Equivocal! No.
Nope. The smite is up, so that's going to be a easy pickup of the dragon here. Renrin, however, will answer back the first dragon of the game with the top turret. So picking up the Banshee's Veil right off the bat as well to kind of mitigate a lot of the AP damage coming up from Rumble as well as Orianna and even Corki.
I like the pickup. Yep, D1. A lot of damage from Oppa
wow, Oppa just sidestepping every single thing there. Tries to condemn Tia into the wall, but the angle wasn't quite right just yet, so Tia will get hit away. Ooh, Renrin looking to pick up the red buff as well and try to deal as much damage on the Tarzan as he could.
He's going to charge to the fight.
Will he charge into the fight though? Oppa gets hit by the big one there. Will level up in the lane, and let's see if Hobbits will be able to kind of make some plays and cancel some hitbox pulverize combos using his Howling Gale. What are you pondering about, Fish?
I'm trying to think of how the team fights are going to go between these two teams. Because
it is going to
thought
be
Ultimate
the
have a nice combo with
they
Jarvan,
have a huge
Alistar,
combo.
Orianna,
And
Rumble,
Rumble,
40 even with AoE damage. Infinite,
They just have a lot of lockdown. It's just
yeah,
a
Infinite
lot
can
of lockdown.
lock people down, and then they have Oppa for safety. Oppa and Hobbits are like their safety plan B. So if all else fails, we got Oppa and Hobbits
Let's
to protect.
reset the fight,
Yeah.
scatter everyone, and just Vayne for the cleanup. But you're absolutely right. That's how team fights are gonna go. I'm waiting for the picks to come up from Infinite though, because if they get enough vision control, Frosty as well as Sherry can come up from.
Hilarious.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
Render must be thinking, where's my health? Why am I dying?
But like I said, I'm waiting for Infinite to make some picks. I mean, they've tried to do that in the mid lane. Tarzan has been there at the optimal times for those counter ganks. However, Infinite is able to ward up a certain part of the map. You will have Lissandra go in with the Glacial Path and Sherry with the Arctic Assault, and that's just a lot of CC. And if Frosty is able to get those core items, which he has not been able to do, the Morellonomicon just so far away still. Look at the mid lane deficit between Infinite's mid laner Frosty and APU's mid laner Lucifer, you have a 5 or about 600 gold difference between both these teams in the mid lane. And if we take a look at the items right now, it's the Morello Nomicon and the needlessly large Raw compared to the moment when Frosty recalls. We should see the Morello Nomicon come out, and now Renrin in a little bit of trouble now. Soul Furnace coming out.
Can't charge away just yet to the Cataclysm. He's going to try and knock them out. He's standing on top of. Okay.
Yeah, and there you go, the passive. Not going to do much. Look at the amount of damage the passive does.
I like how Renrin just tried to charge out of Tarzan's ult.
Yeah.
Not going to happen. Counts as terrain.
Counts as a terrain. Definitely.
I can imagine pre-release Scion being released back when a lot of things were still coded as minions. Just see him wreck through things.
Yep. Oh
Whoa.
my goodness, Frosty just taking so much damage from a full combo of Lucifer, and Infinite here just looking a little lost. I mean, Frosty, you need to go back, pick up your Morello Nomicon because you could have done so in the past 5 or so minutes. And now Oppa here trying to get around from this one, gets the stealth out, the teleport coming in from Renry. He does not have his ultimate though, gets the commanding shout down here in quite a bit of trouble now. Will they be able to take down Oppa though? Oppa gonna turn that one around. However, Renry now in a whole bunch of hurt. 5 members jumping right on in. The frozen bowler gets the 90% slow, but not the root, and now Renry just gonna run on in. And get those punches.
B1 actually taunting a little bit there.
Yeah.
Renrin going down, but Unfought Ultimate with 2 good picks coming out there puts them 4,000 gold ahead of
they're
Team
gonna
Infinite.
Turn around on the aggression for Team Infinite
Tear!
as well.
Shockwave,
And
one more
wow. There we go. That's going to be an extended ace, I believe, as well on the side of Unfought Ultimate. They pick up the mid lane turret. They pick up the bot lane tier 1 turret as well. Dragon going to come up in 1 minute and 20 seconds time. And Unfought Ultimate here just always in the right place at the right time.
Unfought Ultimate playing very well right now. Infinite. They played well early, but just not quite able to capitalize on the way they've been on their early advantage at all.
And right now we've even got the death cap already completed on the side of Lucifer. In addition to that, we have B1 with his Trinity Force and his Bilgewater Cutlass. And there's just a lot of damage overall from these teams. Or the team champions on the side of Unfought Ultimate.
Certainly is. Even with the Warrior pickup. Warrior pickup coming up from Jarvan there. So even the junglers can be packing a punch coming into these early game team fights. 20 minutes on the clock. Unfought Ultimate are 5,000 gold in the lead ahead of Team Infinite. It was a very even game until the past 2 picks that Unfought Ultimate attempted against Team Infinite. So far, Cherry on Sejuani hasn't looked like the intimidating boar that she should be. Instead, it's been missing a lot of the bullet shots, has been dying before she can even get her ultimate up. Just not contributing much to Team Infinite's lineup just yet.
I do like the itemization coming out from Infinite though. This Aegis of the Legion from Sherry will mitigate some of the damage coming out from Rumble as well as Lucifer. But the burst damage is still very, very high, and double vision ward coming into that brush here. Must have been a miscommunication from Team Infinite. This dragon is live now. They have gotten a Scuttle Crab. They're gonna go in with the dissonance as well. Cherry!
Blind.
Hello!
Tarzan now actually gonna pick up the kill onto Vayne immediately. B1's in the backline. Hobbit pops the monster. Taking a lot of crit damage. Double kill coming in from B1. In the meantime, Sion's managed to pick up a kill for himself onto Orianna. It's 3 on 4. Unfought Ultimate do have the advantage. Rendered might want to go in on this one and die first. Frosty, whoa, kicked it to the Dragon's Head. That can actually turn this one around if they want. If Frosty in a good position, Rendered can come back alive in the form as they tank Dragon and try and take down the rest of Unfought Ultimate here. He should have died closer to Unfought Ultimate though. Not sure why Rendered wants to run away. No speed boost for you, buddy. Look at P1 taunting again.
Oh.
Shaking
poor Sion. Poor Sion.
Yeah, not sure what Renner was trying to do there. That was a blind engagement onto Cherry as well. Cherry getting jumped on once again. Frosty not going to be able to do anything and gets melted. So what were the two of them doing?
This is just... I have no idea what are the team What is the team from Thailand doing? Team Infinite here just...
Yeah, strange. I mean, Sion
Just,
knows.
just walking to their death now.
Sion knows that he's gonna die. He knows that he's powerful when he dies as well. But instead of dying close in a good position, go down swinging in a good position close to the opposition team, he decides to back up and die further away, so he can't get as close as he needs to do the damage he can in his passive. With his passive, sorry.
Alpha Ultimate here, just in prime position to close out this game.
Yes.
Getting those core items, the Leandry Torment already done on to Ness, as well as the Sorcerer's Shoes with the Needlessly Large Rod. And there we have a Seeker's Arm Guard, of course, onto Lucifer, looking to grab Izonia's Hourglass. And of course, on to B1, we will have the Blade of Ruin King already completed. This blue buff is certainly going to go in the way of Alpha Ultimate. Giving it to B1, of course. Gonna now focus their efforts onto this top lane tier 1 turret. Gonna push that one down as well. Don't even have to tank it up at all. Sion, on the other hand, in the bottom here. Renrin gonna start pushing in the bottom lane. However, it's gonna be a 5-man strong attempt down this top lane. Onto the tier 2 now.
Rumble actually heading back. No, doesn't decide to head back to base. Alpha Ultimate gonna try.
They have all the ultimates. I mean, they have no reason to hit. Like the teleport coming in.
He's gonna charge into the fight, I believe. Will Renren go in? He's trying to get into a good position. Decides not to do anything about it. Now it's gonna be a Mexican standoff underneath this tower here. Alpha Ultimate though, 8,000 gold into the lead. Definitely will have better team fight capabilities against Team Infinite unless Cherry and Renren can combo their power control effectively against Alpha Ultimate's backline. And then allow Frosty to destroy the backline and allow Opa to destroy the front line. It's going to be hard for Team Infinite to fight against Alpha Ultimate right now.
Basically destroying every single person on Team Infinite.
Yes. Pretty much.
Pretty much. All the ultimates are up for both these teams. This is going to be very big. Alpha Ultimate here just looking for the perfect time to initiate here now with the 3-man Pulverize coming up, as well as the Shockwave. Renren gets down in the middle here. He's the only one that's really surviving this fight. Uses the ultimate to walk away just a little bit. However, we do see Opa in the mid lane pushing down the tier 1 turret.
Vayne wasn't in the fight. I mean, what?
Yep.
Why?
And Opa's continue pushing.
I don't understand why Vayne was not in that fight. Vayne was with the team when they got dove. Easy to defend. They carried it. Now let's see if Infinite can defend against 4 people
They
here.
can.
Taking a lot of damage.
Oh, Ness here. No ultimates actually up for the side of Alpha Ultimate. So Renren here would be able to do some damage. Tarzan actually having to recall to defend this push. And in that time, Opa trades 2 turrets for 2 turrets. 2 in the top for 2 in the mid.
Still 2 kills going on over to Unfun Ultimate though, so I don't think it's a very worthwhile trade for Team Infinite. I don't know, I still feel that Vayne should have been there when they got dove because
now Vayne with the Yomus as well as the Blade of Ruin King can do quite a bit of damage. They just need to protect Vayne just that little bit here. The Rift Spirit following Tarzan in the blue side jungle of Team Infinite's camp.
Letting the team know. 8,000 gold difference between Unfight Ultimate and Team Infinite right now. Unfight Ultimate definitely having a very strong game here. And they're actually going to try and attempt to take down Baron here. No vision at all. Team Infinite have no idea Baron's being taken down.
They have no idea indeed. I mean, they might have a little bit of an inkling, but I'm not entirely sure if they are able to do so, though. We will have to see. The Baron has been taken down, of course. And oh, this is going to be a very dangerous position. Ness should have been a little bit more patient and just waited for the rest of the team to stream in order for his equalizer to have laid down the rain and the pain Infinite though looking to pick up the dragon or the scuttle crab at least. Dragon will only be up in about 50 seconds or so. They're gonna set up a few wards here. Oppa in a very precarious position. Will be looking to walk back into that area now. Let's see. They're setting up for a dragon pick. Here now coming in, and there we go. The stun landing. The frozen bowler hits both B1 and Tarzan, but Infinite just gonna back off from this one.
Yeah.
Used a bunch of ultimates, got a few stuns. They could have been a little bit more patient as well, and now Alpha Ultimate will have position onto this dragon area.
This starting to look like Unfun Ultimate's game to take. Infinite, they just fallen behind way too much right now. They don't have the team comp they need to come back against Unfun's Ultimate strong.
Question is, can Alpha Ultimate effectively use the Baron buff? We saw yesterday how well a team can just capitalize on picking up the Baron, and that was Team Phat Rabbit. And right here, Alpha Ultimate should be looking to do the exact same thing. Pick up the Baron, push your wave, and end the game.
To believe Unfun Ultimate may try to do so here, especially after the way the past few team fights have been going in their favor.
Okay guys, you've got the third dragon, now it's time to push.
10,000, almost 10,000 gold in Unfun Ultimate's favor against Team Infinite.
They're gonna split up a little bit here, and yes, like you said, that 10,000 gold is really gonna change a lot in the team fight. They just need to group up. Ooh.
That's got him. He's getting it jumped on by Cherry here. Pops to Zonya as the axe will not last in time. That's going to flash away. Pops the equalizer. Drops it back onto Cherry. Dealing a lot of damage. Frosty now taking stuff for himself. But look at the rest of Unfun Ultimate. They're just going to keep pushing. Mid lane and bottom lane deciding not to help out their top laner, who managed to keep 3 people with him for some time.
Renren was there the entire time. He didn't get an assist at all.
Oh man, Renren. Goodness. But Unfun Ultimate will pick up this mid lane inhibitor turret in trade for their top laner. Now
yeah, they got in the bottom lane tier 2 as well.
Ugh, not very pretty. Nesto has ultimate. Nesto has his teleport. So theoretically, Unfun Ultimate could have stayed in this bottom lane and waited for Nesto to teleport down.
Drop the equalizer. No more equalizer.
Instead, they're just gonna head back home with the improved recall.
They are. Get a lot more items, so they've completed their core items as well. Lucifer with the Zonya's Hourglass picks up a blasting one at the same time. And now B1 will have the pieces of his Infinity Edge.
Yep.
It's gonna be really big. Alpha Ultimate now, all you guys need to do is just win a team fight and close out this game. Infinite here, 41,000 gold compared to Alpha Ultimate's 52.3 thousand. Let's see where this is gonna go. Sherry now will not be able to get away. The Arctic Assault has already been used. The Cataclysm coming in, and here picking up the kill.
Vayne actually recalling in the middle of the lane there. That's wants nothing to do with this Unfun Ultimate team, who now should be pushing down middle lane.
Yeah,
it's a free naked inhibitor.
It's a exposed inhibitor indeed. 8 to 19 in terms of kills. Unfun Ultimate here looking to close out this game. They have already picked off the very first Baron buff of the game. They are at 3 dragon stacks. Let's see if they can take down this very first inhibitor in the middle lane as well. There we go. Inhibitor goes down, and Unfun Ultimate just backs off. Whereas Ness is split pushing in the top. They're playing this very slow, very safely. They want to solidify their first place position in Group B after this game. So this is going to be very key that they do not make any silly mistakes on their way to closing out game number 1.
Yep. Unfun Ultimate still being very safe despite the 12,000 gold lead they have over Team Infinite. Gonna be interesting to see how they decide to break the blockade of champions Infinite have set up. They managed to take down 1 inhibitor. Now they need to take down 1 more. Normally 2 inhibitors is good enough for a team to push into the base and end the game. Unfun Ultimate though still playing it very safe, taking all the time in the world to gather up the resources they need to continue this push. B1 actually heading back to base. He's 7-1-4, has an Infinity Edge, Trinity Force, Blazer King, and Sorcerer's Boots here, so he's fully loaded on damage items right now. We'll probably pick up 1 more along with a defensive items. Vayne though, stuck on 2, with only the Yomu's Ghost Blade and the Blade of the Ruined King picked up so far.
Yeah, in addition to that, we should see the Quicksilver Sash being built here onto B1. They want to mitigate a lot of that lockdown damage from Infinite, and right now, they're just gonna go down to the bottom lane here to push out this minion wave that they have. Elixir of the sorcery, I think.
Could be. This wave's going down though. Infinite, they can't really engage her. That's
Oh, there we go. Jumps on the Lucifer here.
Gonna
Gets the Zhonya's though. Fantastic equalizer. Just completely cutting the team into two. Renrin now has to walk between a fiery place or a place just with a lot of damage now. Double kill coming out from Lucifer. Opa's gonna go down to B1. B1 is now legendary, and Renrin being an angry Scion just running in onto B1, able to get away from that one. They're gonna pick up the turret now. They are just gonna ignore this turret and go on in for the Nexus turret. B1 here just hammering down onto the second Nexus. The first Nexus has already fallen. The second Nexus is going to follow, and now we will see the blue Nexus go down to the red team of Phat Ultimate. They take game number 1, and we will see them just one more step closer to securing the very first place, the podium position in Group B.
That's right. With the win in this game, they at least guarantee themselves a tie for first place if they drop the next game against Team Infinite. I don't think they will though. The way they've been playing so far has been incredible. I highly doubt